Because if you show someone that you are interested in them, who they are, and like dig a little bit deeper, I think there are like 5 common questions that are safe, but also can build a relationship. So you want to make an impact. You're thinking about starting a business, sharing your voice. How do women do it that handle motherhood, family, and still chase after those dreams? Well, listen each week as we dive into the stories of women who know. This is Call Me CEO. This is a special episode about how to make a friend. My friend Jessie and I decided we needed to do a new Instagram series about making friends and how to do it. As an adult, it can be really challenging, sometimes hard, and we want to flip that mindset and create opportunities and also ways that you can connect with friends that are in your community right now. We are hosting an event locally in Utah. If you're in the Davis County, Salt Lake City, Utah County area, we would love to have you join us. So stay tuned for those details, and I cannot wait to hear what you think about this. Also, we will be hosting a Friendship Friday live series for the next month. And if this is something that you want to hear more of on this podcast, please let me know, because I think there are so many details for us to dive into. Today, specifically, we're talking about pickup lines and how to find friends when you don't know where to start. Let's do this.
Okay, today I want to talk about friendship. So I'm not going to do this chat alone. I'm going to bring on my friend Camille so that we can have a talk about something we've been noticing on social media and around the internet and where we all kind of hang out around the topic of friendship. So she will be here in just a minute or two. So thanks for tuning in and for being here. All right. Hi, Camille.
Hello. I said, how does my hair look? I haven't brushed it yet today.
Well, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
All right, so I wanted to do a chat with my friend Camille because we want to talk about friends.
Friendship.
Friendship, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know about you, but the last little while, the last couple of months, I've noticed a common theme when I've been on Instagram, and there's been a lot of people talking about friendships or the lack thereof, maybe. Have you noticed anything like that?
I think that a common question I get, 2 of the most common questions I get are, how can I make money from home? Which is what I created a course for. And number 2, how do I make friends? And so I think the pandemic more than ever has left us feeling isolated, or for those of us who have ever experienced social anxiety, it's brought it to the forefront because it's kind of like getting ourselves back into the game, and it's hard, it's intimidating, and it can be scary. So yes, the past few months, the past few years, adult friendships can be really challenging.
Yeah, I agree with you. And it's just been interesting it can seem like something that you're alone in, right? Especially when you're on social media and you see people posting like me and my bestie or like out at this event, and there's all of these things, and you're sitting in your house like scrolling like wah wah, you know. But it's helped me at least to see that it's not maybe as isolating or as a one person thing. Like, it's something that a lot of us are feeling and a lot of us are struggling with. Like, you're not the only person sitting in your house being like, everyone has friends but me.
Yeah. And I think for everyone that's listening and maybe thinking, well, what is this? Why does this apply to me? Or how does this apply to me? Just like you said, it's not a one-time thing. Like, we all have felt it. So today we want to give tools of what to do when you feel it, because we all feel it. And also a special announcement of what we're going to do to help you with that as well.
Yes. All right. So speaking of tools to do, if you've been to my page for 2.5 seconds, I'm like all about that mindset, all about your words matter, the things that you're saying matter. So number 1, stop saying it's so hard. If you are sitting there and you're like, it's so hard to make friends, mom friendships are hard, adult friendships are hard, girl friendships are hard, then guess what? They're gonna be pretty dang hard. So that's my number 1 tip, is first just like switching those words around and being like, okay, friendship is important to me. And if it is, then your brain's going to be like, oh, friendship's important to me. Let's figure out a way to like make that true, instead of friendship is super hard, because your brain's just going to be in like wah mode and be like, yeah, friendship is super hard. So that's my number one tool, is switch those words around. And it's just a little tiny shift, but it's going to put you in the right place to be able to make friendships and cultivate the ones you already have.
Yeah. And I think a lot of times we might not be making friendships the same way we did in school, where you're in this nucleus where you're surrounded by the same people all the time, or maybe you're in your house a lot because you're at home with little kids, or maybe your schedule's so busy that you're always in the car. So that's why it becomes something that you have to seize opportunities. It may be that stranger sitting at the park with you at the same time and you notice your kids are the same ages, or it may be that you volunteer at the school, or you're a part of an extracurricular activity or something, or you decide to take a class. But a lot of the opportunities that you have as an adult to make friendships take a little more effort. It doesn't mean that it has to be hard. It's just a new path of finding friendships and creating a relationship that can last the rest of your life, which is really exciting.
Yeah, I love that. And I think that that's the key there, is looking for opportunities to be able to make friends, because we're at a lot of times the same carpool drop off, we're at the same sporting event, and we just come and go and pass. And yeah, those moms might not be like your BFFs, but looking for opportunities to strike up conversation, to get to know another person, to get curious and ask questions, can lead slowly. It's not like one day you're going to walk away and be like, I met my best friend forever at that soccer game, but you're going to be able to start things if you're looking and being more intentional about those opportunities.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a challenge for everyone that's listening. I want you to think about coming up with, like, this sounds silly, but like a friendship pickup line. So Jessie, I'm going to put you on the spot for this, but like, imagine for a second, and let's just volley, like, I'll come up with an idea, you come up with an idea. Say that you see someone that you've noticed around, whether it's like a class that you go to, or you have kids that are similar ages and you want to talk to that person. How do you break the ice to do that? Because I have some ideas, but I want to hear some of yours, and maybe we can volley that a little bit and see what we come up with.
Okay, so breaking the ice, number one, if I notice, I've made a point to do this. If I notice something about someone that I like, I don't keep that to myself. Like, if you're having like a beautiful hair day, I will tell you. I'll be like, your hair looks fabulous. And a lot of times people are really taken aback by compliments. Like, we don't know how, that's another topic for another day. But just breaking the ice with that, or saying like, hey, where did you get those shoes? Those are really cute. Like, there's simple questions you can do to break the ice. And if someone's like, Target, then don't just leave it at like, oh, thanks, Target. Be like, oh, Target, oh my gosh, I could lose my mind into like blah, blah, blah. And then you've started a little bit of a conversation instead of a yes, no. But I think if you notice something in someone, say it and break the ice that way.
I love that. I feel like the exterior is something that's very non-intrusive for you to comment on or to compliment on, that anyone would love to hear something kind, a kind thought, never suppress a kind thought. I love that. Okay. So my next one, I think, would be, okay, so one of my favorite ways to connect with someone, and this is any relationship, is I will find something, a commonality that I have between us, whether that's like our kids playing together, or something in common that we might have, or something I compliment them on. And then I always follow that up with questions that are non-invasive, but that show that I actually care about who this person is, like who this person is behind the exterior. Because if you show someone that you are interested in them, who they are, and like dig a little bit deeper, I think there are like 5 common questions that are safe, but also can build a relationship. Like, where did you grow up? How many kids do you have? If it's like a mom situation, what do you come here often? I know that sounds so cheesy, but depending on the situation, maybe you're at a class and you talk about the class and you say, oh my gosh, that class was so good. This was only my 3rd time. Do you come a lot? And so you kind of switch it to them so that they can take that volley with you and be like, oh, actually I do, I do come here. I do that. And what happens is, if you're showing interest in another person and you genuinely show that you care, that will open the channels for a much deeper conversation more quickly than you might think. And that it takes practice, because not everyone would feel comfortable, approaching a stranger. But I promise you it works. Like if you turn that conversation as quickly as you can in a natural way to hearing more about them around.
Yeah. And that is something that you are so good at doing. Like that's like a talent and a thing that comes natural to you. So like you said, it might not come as natural to other people, but with practice and with like an easy, like if you can come up with like 1 to 2 easy questions that are your go-to that you feel safe with, fantastic. And okay, so fun fact, me and Camille are friends. Like you guys, I know you've seen us on here. We are on each other's social media all of the time, but we met, like we're not like lifelong friends. We didn't go to high school together or anything. We met as moms at an event we went to. We had, some opportunity, and I could have just easily left the event like, oh, that was fun. She was nice or whatever. And like Camille is the queen of follow-up. Like it was follow-up, ask questions, like get my number, text me. Like she's very, very intentional about being friends. Whereas like it takes me a second to warm up. I know it probably does not seem like that, but it really does. And so I was grateful for that because we've been able to grow this friendship over a couple of years now, but it did take that breaking the ice and being curious and stuff.
And you know what? I think that there are layers of that friendship where like in the beginning, you're kind of feeling each other out. Like, are they investing in me? Am I investing in them? Like what is this going to be a relationship that works? Because like anything else, it's a give and take. And so I think that it was something where we had done some events together and then I was hosting something at my house and I said, well, I'm putting this party together and you volunteered to help me. You're like, oh, I'll come help you decorate. And I'm like, really? You would come do that? And you're like, yeah. And I think that like your service, like, I think that could be our third point is like volunteering to like help them out, like look for those opportunities to see what someone might need and be there, like show up and be like, no, I'm here for this. Like, I want to be involved. I want to help you. And that's something you're really good at doing.
I think that that's a really good one too, especially if we're thinking about the things that we're doing all of the time, right? Carpool, sports, mom stuff, all of these things. If it's like, hey, if you ever run into a bind and you need me to pick up your kids, let me know. Yeah. It's not offering to carpool all of the time because that might be a huge commitment for you. But knowing that you have someone, I've got a mom like that at my school where since our kids have been in kindergarten, like we're not best friends, but like I would consider her a friend now because of things like that. We've been able to be there for each other in binds, just little things like that. But over time that can help grow a friendship too. So I love that point, the looking to see where you can help and serve. And they don't have to be huge things. Like literally, oh, you're running late from a doctor's appointment? No problem. I'll pick up your kids. They can hang out at my house for 10 minutes, and then move on from there.
Lauren Johnson said, I love that because I try to do that with customers that come through my line at work. I think she was talking about a compliment or relating with them, which is actually any kind of line of service. If you're like in sales or customer service or something where if you can find a common ground and create that relationship in a relatively short time, I promise you any kind of business or sales position or customer service, it's about those relationships. And that builds upon any relationship building skills that you have in your life. So that's really good practice, Lauren. I bet you are awesome to see in a line. I love when I talk to someone in a customer service line where they aren't just like, it can be really monotonous, let's be honest, but like where they can connect with you and say, hey, I love that dress you're wearing. It looks so good with your eyes or whatever. I don't know. But it makes a difference. And that energy just makes the world go around, right?
Exactly. Because that person then is going to leave and they're feeling like, okay, yeah, I get, so it's a huge ripple effect when you do that. So yeah.
Last for another one.
Yes. Do another one.
Okay. So this leads to something we were just talking about, but it's confidence breeds confidence. And what I've noticed, and I teach this to my kids, and it's hard because this is something that we learn over time. It's not something that everyone comes equipped with. Typically, everyone has to work at this. But when you are presenting yourself in a confident way and you are complimenting and looking outside of yourself, you will naturally attract people to you because they see that confidence, even the awkwardness and the uniqueness and the weirdness about you, and it automatically gives them a free pass to love themselves and embrace the awkward weirdness, craziness, whatever it is. And it makes people attracted to you. Because when you are self-confident enough to turn your eyes outward and really see who is around you and what's going on around you, it breeds so much better relationships because you are automatically attracting that energy. And it's been something that I feel like has blessed my life when I've been able to turn outward that way. And I try to teach my kids that, where they'll say like, oh, the popular kids did this, and they were kind of mean, and they tease this person. And I say, that might be how it is in elementary school because it's a dog eat dog world a little bit, but truly it's the nice person, the confident person that looks outward that wins. At the end of the day, that's a skill that turns the tides of everything.
Oh, for sure. And I'm thinking about that too, relating to it as if you are somebody, right, who, I mean, and I've been there before. I've been there where I've been the person sitting at home and seeing people with their friends on social media, oh, we had a girls trip, a girls weekend. I'm like, I want a girls weekend. Who would go on a girls weekend with me? Or like all, and you totally start in this like mean girl cycle and this like self-deprecating cycle. Well, who would even want to be friends with me? And what do I have to offer? And while you do obviously want to bring things to the table as a friendship, like you said, if you turn outward and you're like, what are the other people offering? And like, what makes them them? And what are they interested in? And you turn that outward, then you don't have to focus so much on you and whatever you're insecure about or whatever, because like you said, it'll just start growing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
Everyone's more concerned about like the way they look. They're all concerned. It's like when you go to the swimming pool, right? And you might be thinking, oh, my butt, my thighs, like whatever the things. But when you take a step back and really think about it, everyone's thinking about their own butt and thighs. No one cares about mine. It's like, it's just one of those things that I think in time you come to learn that more, but it really is a mental game with yourself. Like, how am I going to change that narrative in my mind?
Yeah, I agree. All right. Do you have any more pickup lines?
I think it can be as simple as, I've seen you around and I would love to connect with you. Like, do you live close by? I know we have kids the same ages, but I would love to get together. Let's plan a play date at the park. It can be that simple. There have also been other times where, like, I have a neighbor, this happened just last week, and I know that she works out because she looks good. This is so creepy. Tell me about your workout routine because I want to work out more and have like workout friend buddies. Tell me what you do. What are you doing? And can I join you? Because she lives 3 doors up and she does like the early morning 6 a.m. thing. And I want to adopt some of that behavior. And so I'm like, okay, when I surround myself with friends that are positive, take care of their bodies and their minds, they naturally are like those higher energy people. Like they're just happier people. Like you, Jessie. You're like you have that positive energy. And so I flat out just said, okay, tell me your workout routine. Let's figure out a time that we could work out together. And it's something that simple where it's like something you can connect on, a way that you can find a time to work it in together, because it's tricky. Like we're talking 6 a.m. workouts here. But she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you asked me. I've been looking for a workout buddy forever. Like I would love to work out with you. And just like that, it's opening those channels of that opportunity where it might be a little like nerve-wracking of, oh, that's creepy. And I'm like, I can tell you work out. And she's like, it's just funny. So it's this like a compliment, but like, let's get together. Let's work out together. And so we are going to work out together. It hasn't happened yet. She's in the middle of a challenge with Clean Simple Eats. And anyway, so that was just a simple example of how you can easily create a new relationship by simply asking.
I love it. All right. So I'm having 3 things kind of stick out to me. One is compliment, or like, don't suppress a kind thought, say something kind. Number 2 is look for opportunities to serve and just like help out, ease a little bit of a burden, whatever. And then number 3, just asking questions. Just ask a lot of really good questions. And if you need 1 or 2 kind of go-to questions, we named off a ton. So
yeah, we can pick up lines. You're good.
There you go. Best friend pickup line. I don't know. We'll make a book. But one of the things that Camille mentioned was opportunity and looking for opportunities. And so that is actually what we wanted to come talk on here today, because like I said, I was noticing just a lot of chatter about friendships and about feeling left out, about feeling lonely, about that making friends as moms is hard, and that we all want those friendships, but sometimes we just don't know where to start or who to talk to or like what to do. And opportunities are key. And so Camille and I wanted to provide an opportunity for moms. I'm sorry if you're not local. One day we'll go travel. We wanted to put together an opportunity for you to come and to be able to mingle and to be able to connect and share things that are important to you and make friends. So we are hosting a favorite things party called Friends and Favorites, and we want you to come.
Woo! Come join us. So Friends and Favorites is all about coming. We want you to bring 3 of one thing that is your favorite. So, just one? We're not doing 3?
No.
Oh, we're just doing one.
Just one.
Okay, one favorite thing. You come to the event, and we're doing special early bird pricing from now until Sunday. It's $15 for the ticket, and you get to come. We're going to have treats and drinks and mingling, and you get to come make friends, and we're going to help facilitate that. But really, it's just a chance for you to come and chat, and it's in Kaysville.
Yes, Kaysville, Utah. The date is Thursday, October 14th from 7 to 9 p.m. Like she said, it's going to be so much fun. We have a lot of things in the works, different companies that are going to help us out.
Yeah.
So much fun. And yeah, like we said, it's going to be just an opportunity for you to come that we've provided you with to be able to share your favorite thing, which is an awesome icebreaker. We wanted to do something like that because we know that sometimes I've gone to events before where I'm kind of like that wallflower and I'm just kind of like, ooh, sitting back. And I know that if you have an icebreaker conversation of something that you are obsessed with, like that's such a good thing. So we want you to bring something that you're crazy obsessed with, a favorite thing. And we have a limit, like a $10 limit on your favorite thing. You bring it, you're going to share about it. We'll facilitate the whole thing, but you'll be able to make connections with people that either really need your favorite thing, also have the same favorite thing, and have really good conversations and hopefully walk away with some new connections and maybe a new BFF. You never know. Never know. Beginnings of something great.
Yeah, and space will be limited. It's at an intimate space. So if you're thinking you want to come, mark the date right now and make it happen. You have a month to get this to work out. So we really want you to be there. And it's a Thursday night. We found that that's typically a good night for people to join us. And if it's well received and well loved, we may do more locations like Utah County area. But this is our first go that we're like, this is going to be just fun.
Yes. Yeah, we definitely want to do it again, especially if it is a really good hit, which it's going to be. But the thing that's really, really cool about this is the idea popped into my head, and literally without even thinking, I emailed a venue and I emailed a person to help with decor, and I emailed like within seconds of this idea, which is not something that I normally do. Normally I second guess myself a ton and mull over things, and every single person said, oh my gosh, heck yes, I am in. This is needed. So if you're feeling that, if you're feeling like jump on and please come, because I want to meet you. Camille wants to meet you. And the stars align and things work and opportunities that you're supposed to be at to meet the people that are supposed to be in your life. I'll get all woo-woo on you now.
Yeah.
Opportunities, because they present themselves to you, and don't pass them up, because little opportunities can change your life.
Yes. So if you're watching this, please join us. There's going to be a link in our bios. I'm going to put it live on my account, and Jessie's going to have it on her website. So we'll link you to that. If you have any questions, please put it in the comments below or DM us. And we're so excited to hang out with you and create more friendship. Now, we are considering doing a friendship live like this once a week until our event. So if there are specific questions you have about friendships or something you want us to discuss, like maybe how to overcome conflict or how to put together girls' weekends or how to, I don't know, there's so many things that we can talk about. So if you like this idea, please comment or DM us and we will add that into our weekly Friendship Friday. Or we didn't do it Friday. We were going to do it Friday. Is it Tuesday?
Hop back on Friday and do friendship.
Yeah, maybe we'll do Friday. But we wanted weekly until the event, because we really want you all to feel supported and loved and know that as a woman, you are incredible. You have so much to give. Anyone would be lucky to know you and be your friend. And I want you to feel that confidently so that you can live your best life.
Amen. I love it. Yes, you are so amazing, and anyone would be lucky to have you as a friend, Camille, and all of you listening. So yeah, link is in my bio. Can't wait to see you there. Let me know if you have any questions, DM me, and we'll be back probably on Friday.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Hey CEOs, thank you so much for spending your time with me. If you found this episode inspiring or helpful, please let me know in a comment and a 5-star review. You could have the chance of being a featured review on an upcoming episode. Continue the conversation on Instagram at Call Me CEO Podcast. And remember, you are the boss. Over the last 10 years, my life has been greatly blessed by being able to work as a stay-at-home mom to help us pay down debt and also have more financial independence to do things we like vacationing and having fun activities for the kids. A question I get asked a lot is, how can I too create my own at-home business? And after racking my mind for quite a long time, I decided that a virtual assistant business is where it's at right now. There are so many ways to be a successful virtual assistant, and this is something that I wanted to help other moms be able to do. And that is why I created the 60 Days to VA program, and it has been so wonderful to see these women who had no previous experience be able to create a business of their own with clients and success. I have a recent graduate, Rachel, who says, "I can't believe how much I learned in only 7 weeks. When I started the course, I learned how to do administrative work that I found online, to have my own LLC, beautiful website, knowledge of how to properly market myself on any platform, and the ability to use my different business programs. I feel so professional and confident to take on new clients. I would highly recommend this course to anyone who is thinking about joining. The live sessions with Camille and other experts are worth the investment alone. You will complete the course with all the tools and resources you need to be your own boss, make additional income for your family, and really feel confident in the value you add to the business world. I want this for all of you, and I can tell you that this is the kind of confidence that will come to you as well when you take my virtual assistant course. If you are interested, go to camillewalker.co/VA. Again, that's camillewalker.co/VA.